You have no choice but to be rich. Literally no choice. You don't have the choice to have a normal, just like simple life. I asked ChatGPT real quick, like I was looking at the prices of F-150 and I was like, I like me a Lariat. I was just looking at them. So expensive now. And I was like, the price of them went up like the 44%, I believe it was. Like inflation went up 44% from 2010 till like right now. I was like, what? I was looking at the prices of brand new one before COVID. Now I can't even get a used one with a V8 for that price. Oh my God. Just me by myself, my groceries cost $150 a week. I eat $150 worth of groceries every week. That's insane. What? Imagine I had like kids and like a wife and like maybe a mortgage or something, you know? What? Like everything is so expensive. Inflation is so bad. And it just keeps getting worse. Like the quality of life since the 60s, since the 80s, so much worse. Back, I believe it was the 80s. I forgot. Yeah, the 80s were like, there could be a single man with a no college education could just get a job straight out of high school and then within a few years be able to afford a nice 2-story, 5-bedroom house for him and his kids, several kids, and like a brand new truck. And like that was just doable. And then, do you like freedom? Because I believe we are losing freedom by the decade, by the year, because the way inflation keeps going up and the way like your ability to have stuff is going down. Like what the average person could afford in 2010 versus the average person now can't afford like a 2-story house or like a nice comfortable house that was built within the past 20 years. We just can't. So you're losing your freedom, your ability to own. Like back in the 60s, you know, the average, easy, the average job, you can afford your boat, you can afford a couple of vehicles, you can afford a house and pay it off in your 30s. You could afford so much. You could afford to have several children. People can't afford to do that anymore. You know, groceries is it's $150 from Walmart for just me. I end up bringing it down to 100 and like eating some ramen, eating less than what I want. But like if I'm just eating how I want to eat, 150. And if I was really eating what I wanted to eat, like hella meats and stuff, upwards of 200 maybe, right? Imagine a whole family and they have to make it work on a much smaller budget because everything is so expensive and it sucks, right? It sucks. Dating, bro, taking a girl on a date, it's so much more expensive than it was before. Like the amount of hours you have to work compared to how maybe a dude in the night, how many hours your dad had to work to afford the dinner. You have to work way more. And then they say we're lazy, man. And we're in this tough world. We got social media. We're all addicted to corn and whatnot. Like we're more depressed than everyone. We're making less money. We can't afford to move out of our parents' cribs, bro, until we're like 30. And the job salaries are not keeping up, man. Like I remember looking at this one job. It was paying like $70K a year, a college educated job. I think it was like an engineering job. And like now the starting pay for that is like $90K. But the average price of like this 2-story house I looked at was like $300K then. No, it was like $250 then. And now it's like pushing $700. What? And this was, people were able to do this back then off of one salary. Now like, you know, equality, like usually the man and the woman, or, you know, the whatever the two adults are, they both work now. And we still can't afford it with less children. You know, with less house, with less newer vehicles, you know, everyone has to buy used, you know? And this sucks. But guess what? We have no choice. This sucks, but we're in this world. We have no choice. You can complain like I just did for the past 3.5 minutes, or F it. You can just get rich. We have no choice but to be rich, to live comfortable. Not to live lavish, to live comfortable. To just get the average, a brand new Toyota Tacoma is like $40,000. You know, that's not some rich person, like, the average person should be able to afford that. Or an F-150, bro. You get an F-150 with the V8, that hoe's like $60,000. No. At the Deuce trial was at like $75,000. That's ridiculous. You shouldn't have to, it shouldn't cost that much. Everything costs so much more and it's only going to get worse. Imagine the situation we'll be at in 20 years. And this sucks, but we have no choice to just get rich. Imagine you made like 30K a month. If you made 30K a month, those problems go away. And I'm not saying that, you know, money makes you happy or whatever, but it makes you comfortable. I think it can make you comfortable. And you can't be comfortable if you're average right now. You have no choice but to be rich. This sucks, but don't even think about that. I gotta be rich, period. I gotta have several sources of income. I have to educate myself. Educate yourself on having a retirement account. Like if you're young, or even if you're not, you need a Roth IRA. Max it out every year if you can. You know, educate yourself. Like, do you know what a Roth IRA is? Do you know the tax advantages of it? Do you have a 401k? Do you own any ETFs? Are you educating yourself on how crypto could be the future? Are you at least allocating 10% towards crypto, right? Are you working 40 hours a week? Should be more than that, but are you? I think it's still possible to 35, everyone wants to be rich by 20. You know, I'm just like, if I can be wealthy by 35, I'll be happy. I still get most of my adult years, hopefully, God bless, to like live comfortable, right? I want to go on vacation for 2 weeks. I've never been on a 2-week vacation. I think once I went to like visit my family for 2 weeks. That would be sick, bro. 2 weeks anywhere in the world. We have to be rich, man. Make it happen. I know you can do it. You want to be rich. I mean comfortable. You want to be comfortable, which means rich, right? Because if you're making 30K a month, you're rich. But you need like 250K a year to have a comfortable family. You really do. To not have to worry about food. You know, imagine how much better life could be if you don't have to worry about the groceries. Like, I'm not even saying be rich to have a Lambo. I'm saying, imagine you get to that level of wealth, you don't look at the price in the grocery store. It's just food. Food is cheap. You can easily afford that. Big brother Jake out. Thank you.